Project Bumblebee is a proposal we have designed as a way to eradicate poverty in rural Liberia.
Liberia's 2 civil wars have led to the country's stunted economic growth and drastic levels of poverty.
Educating future working generations is necessary for them to be in a better socio-economic position in terms of their standard of living than previous generations.
Project Bumblebee aims to make accessible clean water, healthcare, and basic schooling for rural Liberians. Every day, mothers and their children walk miles for water.
By selling clean water from the wells at the center to the families right at their doorsteps, we would save the mothers a lot of time, prevent instances of waterborne illnesses, and allow the children to get an education.
The bus that transports the water would also bring the children to the center. When the bus comes along to pick up the kids, mothers can purchase clean water and can sell us food they grew or crafts and clothing they made.
Ultimately, the ones running the show would be teachers, medics, mechanics, and volunteer interns. Basic healthcare and everyday lessons, which don't follow traditional theory-based learning, will be provided.
Instead, we teach these kids skills that would have a more immediate effect in their lives, including cooking, craftsmaking, farming, and driving. The kids can decide if they want to sell their wares for money, which would go to their family. We are teaching the kids to be economically astute.
The skills would allow them to get income-paying jobs, and to make Project Bumblebee sustainable, we would require each alumni to invest 10% of their income for the next 5 years back into the system. In the end, however, these skills are theirs.
In the long run, these skills will be more relevant and useful in a setting like Liberia where white-collar jobs are not yet available.
In lieu of white-collar jobs, these skills allow them to gain an occupation where income is higher than current earnings, and provides them with the means to a self-sustaining life. Thus, they can begin to break the poverty cycle.
When a whole generation is skilled such that practical success is attained, Liberia's gross productivity increases tenfold, allowing their standard of living to start improving.
Some constraints are the current poverty-stricken situation and lack of means for efficient economic exchange, but we are working to foster this environment.
Ultimately, the project is feasible given the $500,000 grant.
By spending $46,000 on initial construction, $25,500 on transportation, and $38,000 on staff, we can keep Project Bumblebee going for 3 years without receiving any additional money.
We are also aware of the social customs dictating that children remain at home to help with housework, but the extra hours saved from purchasing water directly from the bus would substitute for what would have been the children's help. This allows children to be exposed to education they otherwise would not receive while also bettering their health.
On the political front, we understand that Liberia may have a government with shortcomings. However, we do not aim to make any drastic alterations to legal policies that would involve intensive government cooperation.
Most simply put, skills lead to jobs, which earn income, culminating in a more prosperous economy. We are providing them with the fastest way to get a job, thus breaking the poverty cycle.
While Project Bumblebee fosters trade by purchasing goods and selling clean water, families may become dependent on us. Dependency is not healthy, as uncontrollable circumstances may hinder our success. Acclimatizing to clean water would also weaken their immune system against waterborne diseases, resulting in even worse consequences if they return to drinking unclean water.
Project Bumblebee's intention is for all the kids that pass through this program to eventually hold an income-paying job. So, assuming that some of the enrolled kids are of ages 10 to 15, they should hold a job within 3 to 8 years of entering the program.
With a job, they will be able to earn sufficient income to attain a healthy standard of living, determined by the change in household HDI, which is indicated by life expectancy, education, and per capita income. Because Project Bumblebee is sustainable, it will be able to impact many communities in the long run, eventually developing Liberia's economy as a whole.
After all, our intention when developing Project Bumblebee was for it to impact more than one community, because it does a world of difference to these people.